Hey everyone, it's Katie, and I wanted to talk through the descriptive essay with you. Your 101 instructor may or may not have already introduced this essay, and you should definitely work through any videos or any handouts that they provide for you. But if they haven't, I wanted to kind of give you just a way to get started with this. And so I'm looking now at the assignment prompt, and this is what's going to basically tell you what you need to include, how you want to go about starting this essay. And let's take a look at the writing strategies section. So a major component of this essay and any essay that we write together is your thesis statement. For this essay, you want to be thinking about, for the thesis, how can you discuss the three major factors which led you to choose Southeast Tech? So you could have chosen any path for your future. What are the three main factors or the three main things that persuaded you to come here, okay? Working on being specific, showing your reader, not just telling them why you chose to do what you did. So see how descriptive and active and vivid you can be here, okay? The middle of the paper or the body of the essay will explain your rationale, and you want to include a mix of both or of all emotional, financial, logistical considerations. Maybe it was purely logistical. You live in Sioux Falls, it was close by, but maybe there's some other factors, okay? Do you have family in town? What was the price like for you? So you want it to be a balanced consideration of at least three factors that went into making your decision. So as you're deciding, okay, what are three factors? See if you can't choose something from each one of these three things: emotion, finance, logistics, okay? Also consider if you're in a specific program, and some of you are and some of you aren't, and that's okay, but if you are, explain why you chose that particular career path and what you hope is the outcome of your educational decisions because you came here to Southeast Tech, okay? Moving on to your conclusion, you want to summarize the impact of your decision to enroll here. You want to interpret the experience and explain what you've learned from that situation. Try not to just restate what you've said, but instead explain kind of what the big picture is. What are you going to take away from this moving forward? Okay. Try not to get into anything that you're unwilling to share with the class. A big part of this course in general is sharing with each other. You can read through the rest of this on your own, but I wanted to take you over to the graphic organizer. So this is something that we've put together for you to do as you think, okay, how do I get started on this paper? Okay, so kind of follow along. So this is the main question. Why did you choose to attend Southeast Tech? Try to come up with your three reasons, okay, that I just showed you in those three categories. Use first person, okay? I chose to attend Southeast Tech because, okay, write that down, because. You want to use because in your thesis, okay? And you can also format it because blah, 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 blah is important to me, right? I chose Southeast Tech, okay? So you can see which direction you want to take it, but the word because should be in your thesis. If you're a fan of The Wizard of Oz, there's a song that goes because. You really want to include that in any thesis statement for this class, okay? Your 101 instructor will look for that, and I will as well, okay? So here's an example. Choosing to attend Southeast Tech was a good decision for me because of its location, affordability, and program options. Now see if you can't get those more specific, right? You want your own thesis, but that's an example, okay? So moving on to writing your introduction or your introductory paragraph, you always want to start with some kind of hook, okay? And remember that your hook is how you get your reader interested in your essay, okay? Why should they care? Well, it's interesting that I chose this because maybe when I was a senior, I wanted to go into nursing, but once I looked at Southeast Tech, I really liked their early childhood program. So something that's interesting that would hook your reader, okay? You also want to give a little bit of a roadmap for your reasoning for why you chose this, okay? So I chose Southeast Tech because early childhood is something that, you know, I hadn't thought of before, but their program, they have great faculty, the finance makes sense for me because of blah, blah, blah. Maybe you have an aunt or an uncle that was in early childhood. Whatever your reasoning might be, give us 2 or 3 sentences in your introduction that pretty much explain your reasoning, and then your thesis statement. So we've kind of already covered that, but your thesis should be the very last sentence of your introduction, okay? The rest of the graphic organizer helps you organize your body paragraphs, okay? So you always want to start with a topic sentence. So this is going to be for your first reason, okay? So going back to your reasoning, those 3 categories that I showed you, you write your first topic sentence that deals only with reason number 1, provide some details, examples, and some evidence within that paragraph. Repeat the process with the other 2 categories. And then remember we talked about with the conclusion, we don't want to only restate what we've said. Instead, we want to apply it to the big picture, okay? Had I not visited Southeast Tech, I might have just gone into nursing and not really enjoyed it or thought there was another career path for me, okay? But the so what factor is that maybe there's something about early childhood that really speaks to you on a level that nursing didn't. And so that's a discovery that you made about yourself that's important beyond just choosing a school, okay? So really focus on that big picture and why it matters. So this was just kind of a brief overview of what we're doing here. Remember, for my class, I'm interested in a rough draft early of your thesis statement. So for that, just make sure you check coursework. It's pretty simple, just a Word document with your name at the top, and then a rough draft of your thesis. You'll also eventually be submitting that to your 101 instructor. But again, the point here with this class is to get you on the right track early, all right? Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.